Hi everyone, it's Monday, April 13th. This is actually the class for Tuesday, April 14th, but I'm posting the video like I normally do on Monday. A couple of things that I want to go over. So first of all, the activity that we're going to do for tomorrow is actually a virtual lab. So I'm going to go through how to access the virtual lab, how to manipulate it, and things like that today. And the lab will actually be due a week from today on April 20th of next week, so Monday of next week. All right, so taking you through a few things. First of all, going to the Schoology page, you're going to scroll down to where it says Unit 8, States of Matter, Virtual Edition. And since this is a lab, we're going to go to the lab experiment folder. And this is the virtual lab number 1. This will be the only one that you see. All of these other labs that you see on the screen, on my screen, are the labs that we would traditionally do, but obviously we're not going to be able to do those this year. So opening up that folder, here's the handout that you're going to complete. Some of you are able to complete it directly on the computer. That's perfect. Others, if you're able to print it out and then scan it and send it to me, that's also good. And then here is the link for it, and then here's where you'll eventually submit your assignment. Please try and submit it as a PDF. If you go on to the Notes app on your phone, you can use, there's a little camera option at the bottom. You can use the Notes app to create a PDF for free. You don't even have to download an app. This is if you have an iPhone. Please try and do it in that format. It comes out so much nicer. It's easier for both of us. Okay, so I'm going to now click on the Mixed Gas Laws simulation link, and that should open up the simulation so that you can begin to carry out the lab. So the first thing is you're going to be asked a question. I think I wrote this up in the lab, but it'll ask you to check whether it's intro or laws. So I would like you to hit intro, and a couple of things that are on here. So this is an air pump. So this is how you add molecules into your system. So if you notice, I just lift it up and drop it down. It'll push in some molecules into the system. Remember, gas molecules are going to be in constant motion based on their temperature. So they're just going to be bouncing around in there. Now there's a couple of things that you can manipulate. So one of them is the temperature. So if you look at the bottom here, you can raise the temperature. So as you might predict, raising the temperature will add energy to the molecules, so they'll start to move faster. You can also lower the temperature. The other things that you can affect are, notice down here in the drop down, if it's not already set on Kelvin, which it should be, make sure that you switch to a temperature that's in Kelvin. You'll notice the pressure, the barometer device for using pressure, measuring pressure is on the side here. So we want to leave it in ATM. If you check the box here for width, it'll show you the width of the box. So in the lab instructions, that's one of the things that you have to change for one of the parameters. So you change that by either expanding it or contracting the volume, really the length, on the side there. So those are basically the things that you can control. So you're going to be able to control volume, you're going to be able to control temperature by either adding heat or ice, or at least to the side of the container. You're not actually adding it into the container. So you're going to be able to control those things, and that of course will affect the changes in pressure. Alright, it's going to be a short video for today. What you're going to also do, and I'll open up the lab so that you can see exactly what this looks like. What you're also going to do is create 3 graphs for me. So if I go through the lab assignment itself, on the first page of the lab, which looks like this, there are some directions and there's some parts that you're going to complete, and you'll record pressure and temperature and pressure values. So you'll continue to do that for the first page. The first page is basically getting to know the simulation and learning how to manipulate different things. And then the next couple of pages are each of the 3 laws. So in this first law, which is Boyle's law, you're going to be changing the volume to these different distances here, and then recording the pressure that is associated with that volume. In this case, the number of molecules will be a constant, the temperature will be a constant, and then you're going to make a graph, and all of this is in the instructions here. So in this first graph, pressure is going to be on the y-axis and volume is going to be on the x-axis. So pressure on the y-axis, volume on the x-axis. You're going to make that graph using Excel, and then you're going to copy and paste that graph into this portion of the document. And then you'll do the same thing for Charles's law, and then you'll do it one more time for Gay-Lussac's law, and then there are some conclusion questions that you're going to answer for me. So that is really my only assignment for the first part of this week. So I'm going to post this video today that'll help you go through this, and the assignment itself again will not be due until Monday, April 20th, which is a week from today, which is April 13th. Alright, thank you everyone. If you have questions, I will be online again tomorrow at 10 a.m. and at 12 p.m. to answer any questions that you'll have about the lab. Those online office hours have already been posted with the links. Thanks. Hope everyone has a great start to their week this week. See you tomorrow.